Hey, hello, how you doing? So, if you're a homeowner and you want to learn about the top three most mistakes that homeowners make in the landscape design, this is the video for you. So, basically, I'm just going to be going about this in terms of what I've learned in landscape design because I'm a landscape designer by trade. And yeah, I just like talking about landscape design, especially residential landscape design. So, let's just get started. And yeah, I spent like what, 15 years? No, not 15 years. I spent close to like I think over 5 years in landscape design. But to be honest, it's felt like 15, because yeah, I've seen a lot, done a lot, quite fun times, eh? So let's get started. So I think the first one that I just like to say is that the first mistake is basically planning. So a lot of the times I see that when people want to design their first landscape design, they don't plan. They don't plan about the type of planting they want to put. They don't plan about the type of hardscape they want to put. They don't plan on the type of what you call that thing? Seating. Yes, seating as well. I think it's very important for you to be able to plan these things because one, it'll help you to reduce your costs. Because imagine you're going into this without even planning anything. Now you're all over the place. Now you're ordering like tons of soil, tons of plants for what? That planting actually has to have a function. The reason why you're proposing that planting, the reason why you're proposing that seating. So just remember to plan your stuff beforehand, before you even start putting pen to paper. Before you start drawing, before you start thinking of ideas, just think about what is the purpose of this landscape design and what are the things that you'd want in this landscape design in your backyard. Yeah. So the second one, without further ado, I'm not going to be slow with this video and give you fluff. The second thing that you should worry about is basically, reading from my list here, basically maintenance. So for maintenance, I think just remember that when you're picking the types of plants or the types of seating that you want to propose in your backyard, just remember that maintenance is very important. You don't want it to be a case where now you've got these beautiful, amazing plants, but you can't maintain them. Because you're hardly ever at home because you're at work, you're taking the kids out, or you're just doing something that's not related to maintaining your backyard. Because I've seen a lot of people when they're getting like roses or fancy plants, like very colorful plants. But at the end of the day, after like 2 months, you see those plants have died. Why? Because they can't maintain. Also, when you're looking especially into plants, look at plants like succulents. Succulents actually help because you don't really need to water them that much. You just need to just let them be, like let them just grow in your amazing garden, to be honest. So I think that's my advice on succulent plants. And then whenever you buy furniture for outdoors, just remember to ask whoever that you're buying if it's indoor or outdoor furniture. Because from my understanding, for example, a cushion for for an indoor is different from outdoor because if you put, let's say, your indoor kitchen outside, it's gonna wear and tear even more. But an outdoor cushion that could last a bit longer because the material is meant for outdoors. Same thing like with wood. For example, if you're buying a wooden table or wooden chair indoors, it might be great. But if you place it outdoors, the problem is it hasn't been treated for the outdoor environment. So just remember that that you're buying your material, just ask whether it's suitable for the outdoors. If they say yes, take a picture and then do your own research because you need to just clarify this, by yourself, to be honest. Yeah. So the third most important thing, or the third most mistake that I've seen is basically sustainability. So sustainability is a very key thing for me because I learned it a lot in school, and I would just like to share my knowledge on that. I think too many people overlook it because they think the word sustainability is expensive. Step into a room right now and say that. My sustainable garden is quite amazing. People are gonna be like, "Whoa, you fancy!" Uh, but I would say that what sustainability is simple. You know, um, think about, just takes a little bit of research to know about it. But for example, rain garden. So a rain garden basically captures water, or even better yet, a simple one would be a rockery garden, or even a garden that's full of succulents, for example. if you're getting a garden that's full of succulents, that means one thing: you're watering your gardens less, and that just means that you have less of a water bill, which means that you're actually helping in the sustainability efforts, which is kind of cool. We got to take care of this earth that we've been given by God. You know what I mean? So yeah, just remember that sustainability is it's quite important. And we just need to take care and steward over our spaces carefully and just in a good way. But yeah, I would say that those are the three most mistakes that I see that people don't do. One, they don't plan in advance, and then two, they don't they don't find plants or materials that are that they can maintain in the long run. And then three, in terms of like sustainability, they don't think about sustainability. So, and also, funny enough, if you think about it, sustainability goes hand in hand with maintenance. Because if you are having a garden that's full of succulents, that's sustainable, and then at the same time that goes on to the maintenance part of things. So I think just remember that. And yeah, I think that's the end of the video, to be honest. I just wanted it to be clear, simple, to the point. So the next thing that I have on the agenda is that if you go down on the link in the description, that's what they say. Okay, link in the description. Go there and then you can click the link and then you can download a free checklist ebook just for you. And then also you're gonna have access to my email list as well. Where I'll be sending like weekly blasts about like, yo, this landscape design is so cool. Look at this, look at this. But yeah, enjoy your day and I'll see you on the next video. Might be later today, might be tomorrow, I don't know. Check you later. Enjoy, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.